In the bustling heart of ancient Rome, 150 BC, Caius daydreams in the marketplace. Despite his ambitions, he finds himself sluggish and unproductive way too often. Although he has those big goals, he barely puts in a lot of effort and he's still so far away from making it as an independent tradesman. He thinks about it all the time, but he knows it's not a reality. At the same time, he watches others thrive, wondering why his own efforts never pay off big. He knows he could do better if something was different. But what? Enter Maximus. Well known across Rome, not just for his prosperity, but for his remarkable vitality and sharp mind. People love Maximus. They want to be seen around him because everyone looks up to him. He has entered peak performance state. He is one of the most successful Romans in the entire empire. Yet, he didn't inherit his wealth and success from his parents. He is what we now call self-made. And he credits his success to more than just hard work. His secret actually lies in his diet. His eating habits totally transformed his health, energy, and testosterone. Even his mental clarity, ability to focus, and his overall mood. And today, I'm here to tell you how that is possible. Why your success is just as good as your diet. And then ways to improve your diet in order to increase likelihood of success. So why is your success just as good as your diet? First of all, sorry to take that away, but yes, I am aware that Warren Buffett eats McDonald's regularly, and yet he is extremely successful. But here is what I want to ask you. First of all, are you Warren Buffett? No? Good. Second of all, let's say instead of hamburgers at McDonald's, he eats clean, healthy, homemade burgers from his private chef. Do you think he would feel healthier, have better mental clarity, and therefore be more successful? Surely. Or maybe, let's say, instead of a burger, he has a clean, balanced meal, like for example, steak with a few eggs, some avocado, some sauerkraut, and sweet potato. He would definitely be more successful. And if you don't believe that, I will tell you why. So, why would your success improve when your diet improves? Well, to put simply, you probably heard this before, but you are what you eat. And that is very true. Micronutrients and macronutrients really matter. And how you feel, how your body reacts can definitely be different when you eat one food versus another. It really makes a difference whether you eat 2000 or 3000 calories, whether you eat 5 grams of fat or 50 grams of fat, or whether you eat 10 grams of protein or 100 grams of protein. Of course, this is highly individual and depends on your situation, but this doesn't mean it's not true. And I can tell you this is especially true for micronutrients, something most people don't really care about that much. Unless the guys who watch my videos, of course. But it's true, and the impact is quite obvious. Do you get enough zinc? Do you get enough vitamin C, vitamin B, magnesium, etc., etc.? If you don't, you're gonna experience multiple drawbacks, which definitely make it harder for you to be successful, or directly take away success, for example, if your definition of success is to be healthy. Just to give you an example, when we look at magnesium, which is very commonly deficient, you're way more likely to experience fatigue, cramps, muscle weaknesses, headaches, and more. Of course, the degree of how much you experience that certain drawback will vary from person to person and depends on how severe that deficiency is. But compared to having completely healthy and good magnesium levels, you're always going to be worse off. You can't argue that fact. And how do you get those nutrients? Of course, from your food. So literally, your diet determines your success. But there is much more to it. For one, processed foods and sugar make us stupid. It's true. Maybe you get fat, which then leads to lower energy, less flexibility, more fatigue, worse mental health, less testosterone, and so much more. It can also make us, to some degree, dopamine addicted. We don't love those sugary snacks or that processed food because it is so healthy, right? We enjoy it and we eat it because it feels good. Maybe also because it's easier than cooking, but it makes us feel good. It tastes good and it gives us a dopamine rush that simply, objectively feels good. And having that dopamine addiction only also impairs your success in different ways in different areas. You will also have less energy, more fatigue, less motivation, worse mental health, blah blah blah. This trash food also leads to higher inflammation. You're more likely to get sick, which of course also prevents you from making progress or becoming successful. You're just gonna lie in bed trying to recover. A study on rats found a steadily high in fructose diet slows your brain and hampers memory and learning. Those rats did get more stupid, and the likelihood of that doing the same to us humans is very, very big. Like, let's not pretend we're gonna be different. Maybe it won't happen to the same degree, but it's not gonna make us smarter. And what you also get from eating trash food, that's what I call sweets, fast food, processed food, is you get increased brain fog. If you don't know from your own experience, I can tell you the difference in mental clarity, focus, and just cognitive ability after a pizza or a Happy Meal at McDonald's versus eating steak and eggs is a night and day difference. We can swap those foods for other things, but I can guarantee you that your ability to improve will definitely go down when you eat the wrong foods. The unhealthy, the processed, the high sugar trash. So instead, what you should do is eat proper foods. Whole foods, preferably cooked yourself, high quality, etc. Also, a low-fat diet is a scam. Like, you need fat to survive and thrive, and saturated fats are way too demonized. Actually, a low-fat diet is proven to reduce testosterone and energy, so stay away from that. Instead, what I would recommend is a high-fat, low-carb diet. You don't have to go extreme, but it is a fact that we need 0 carbs from our diet in theory. There is no such thing as an essential carb. And not only can you survive from low carbs in your diet, but the chance is actually pretty high that you will feel very good as well. Like, so many people feel better after reducing carb intake. So there you go on a keto or a carnivore diet, which I will talk about in a minute, or maybe an animal-based diet can work for you as well. In my opinion, the keto diet is probably the best for stable energy, mental clarity, and maybe your mood as well, but not too far from those other 2 diets. Especially if you want more carbs, just going animal-based is probably completely fine and extremely healthy and good for your vitality. But for me, going on a keto diet has made the biggest impact. One extreme version of the keto diet is the carnivore diet, which you could try as well. Personally, I'm not 100% convinced, like I'm not fully sold of it yet, because I do think getting some fiber, getting some more vitamins and a few carbs is probably good. But I definitely know that this can work for many people, and it's very likely to turn you into a savage. Many famous and very successful people are eating this way, and Hamza, for example, who you probably know, has been on a carnivore diet for a bit now, and just yesterday he posted an update on his body, and I mean, just look at his transformation. He looks pretty packed, I'm not gonna lie. And also, he himself talks about how it helps him to have more energy, to have more clarity, and to then become way more successful too. In my opinion, it's definitely something you can try, maybe even should try. And personally, I will probably go on a carnivore diet at some point eventually again as well. What really works for you and what diet or what foods make you feel and perform the best is of course going to depend only on you. But it is a fact that when you have a good diet, something that does work for you, it will be way easier to get out of bed in the morning, to have more energy throughout the day, to perform at your best level, have more power in the gym, be more motivated, have better cognitive abilities, better mood, etc., etc. There are so many benefits. But when you continue to eat whatever you feel like all the time, and it contains food that is not really good for you, and you probably know what kind of foods I'm talking about, you're definitely not gonna be living up to your full potential. Have fun, but experience a clean diet too. at least for just 7 to 14 days, no cheating, just eat what makes you feel the best. And that very likely is meat, eggs, fruit, maybe dairy, and maybe vegetables too. Probably a few other foods, don't just limit it to what I just said, but no frozen pizzas, no McDonald's, no donuts, no pasta, no bread, no toast or sandwiches, maybe not even rice, you can hate me, or all the other foods that are not really giving you more energy, better mood, etc. All the things we talked about. I would recommend you to try a low-carb diet. It's safe. It's not a fad diet. You're definitely not the first one who does this. Like a keto diet is so established. Maybe it will turn out to not be perfect for you, but you're definitely not gonna run into big problems. Or if you want to go crazy, if you want to turn on that inner savage, maybe try a carnivore diet for some time as well. Even though I would recommend low carb first, and then you can go carnivore. It's gonna be much easier. But in the end, of course, that's all going to be up to you. I just wanted to hammer home this message that you need to improve your diet if you want to improve your success. Especially, of course, if your diet right now could be improved. Your success is only as good as your diet. And as long as you could eat better, you're not living up to your full potential. So maybe just make that a focus of yours. If you have any questions about a keto or low carb diet, just leave them in the comments or message me on Instagram. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I would love to help everyone who has any questions on this topic. But for now, that's all for this video. Have a great day, eat your eggs, and if you want more info on how the keto diet makes you energetic, check out this video which is exactly about that. And then see you in the next one. Bye!